Hello everyone. I'm not sure if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm sick. I have a very sore throat and I slept terribly, waking up every hour with this really sore throat. And as such, I'm staying home today on this Tuesday morning and making a video so that I don't feel like I've wasted the whole day. I've just had a COVID test, so awaiting a result from that. And if that's negative and I'm asymptomatic, then I'll return to work whenever the protocol allows me. But today's video, I wanted to talk about how internship's been going. I've been making these videos every week, a bit of an intern diaries, and discussing the experience that I've had during internship. It's a very interesting time in anyone's life. And in this video, I wanted to touch on the small wins that I've been experiencing and a little bit of the pleasure I've had in playing the doctor card and in enjoying that power for good, not for evil. If you guys are new here, hello, my name's Sil. I'm a junior doctor working in Sydney, Australia, and I'm currently working in a mental health rehabilitation unit. My role in the unit is not so much that of mental health management, although that's part of it, but as the junior doctor, I'm actually managing a lot of the physical health issues that the patients may have. And in that role, sorry, also these are heavily unedited videos, so I just try and, be genuine and ramble, but hopefully that's okay. But yeah, so in that regard, managing physical health, I've actually been having some wins. And those wins have occurred in the context of me being essentially like mates with my patients, being friends with my patients. And I know that there's a school of people that kind of see the doctor-patient relationship as, I don't know, people see it in different lights, and some people think it should be a very professional relationship. And I'm sure that I'll agree with that one day, but since I'm new, since I'm junior, since I, am learning the ropes, I'm much kind of more friendly and formal with my patients, and they've really enjoyed that. I play ping pong with them and that kind of thing, because there's a ping pong table on my ward, which is great. And in return, they are more open to suggestions and working with me to achieve certain things. So I want to talk about three little wins that any esteemed doctor wouldn't give a crap about, but I care about because they're positive impacts that I've been able to have on someone's life. And one of them was with a patient who is in the mental health rehab for mental illness, but has, they're all in the mental rehab unit because of mental illnesses, but this patient has asthma, okay? And he stopped taking his preventer medication because it was giving him a sore throat. So I went back into his medical records and I could see that as he tapered down his preventer medications, he had to increase his reliever medications, okay? So for those of you who don't know, people who have asthma, depending on how severe it is, will need a preventer that they take twice a day or something. And then if it ever gets bad, they take the reliever. But you shouldn't be taking a reliever constantly. It's something that you kind of want to reserve for when you need it. He was taking it more and more constant, and I had to listen to his chest and I could hear a pretty significant wheeze. And although he was telling me he wasn't short of breath and that his asthma was well controlled, I had to politely disagree with him and say that since he's using his reliever so much, we need to find a way to make the preventer work for him. So, we bantered on about what he didn't like about it, what were the issues. And it was as simple as changing from a powdered form to a puffer form. And then using a spacer, brushing teeth, and rinsing his mouth, and then eating a piece of bread afterwards. And I know it was a lot, but we trialed that for a couple of days, and now it's working really well. He's got no issues with it, and he's been taking it, and I've listened to his chest, and it's clear. And that's a nice little win. That's a nice little thing that, I led by myself. I didn't need a senior doctor to help me out. It was just, we worked it out together. The second nice thing that I've done is we have a patient who also has many mental illnesses, and as such, his physical health isn't his priority, and he's been in such a bad place before that he wouldn't eat at all. He wouldn't even speak. And so now it's kind of like, at least from his family's perspective, if they can get him to eat anything, they will. And so he's been eating quite poorly. He's been eating a high junk food diet just so that he eats something. And I totally understand where they're coming from, because they just want stability. And, you know, when you've had such an unstable time, of course, that's understandable. I guess very slowly I've been trying to encourage him to eat an apple, and to the point where I said, we're going to eat an apple together, all right? And this patient really appreciated that. So we actually ate the apple together, and now he's eating an apple a day to keep me away, the internal way. Although it makes me want to come back with, and so I'm going to slowly build up to a second fruit. So anyway, that's the second win I've had. I've gotten a patient to eat an apple a day, which is the start to a healthy diet, you know? And what was the final thing? The final thing was this patient who, you know, I don't want to go too much into her illness because it could identify her or whatnot, but essentially sleep is very important for her to maintain her health and her mental wellness, but she hasn't been sleeping well. And due to life stresses and to a very high caffeine intake, her average sleep has been 3 hours a night in recent days. And that's been a major issue. But we sat down and we talked about it, and we talked about why the coffee was so bad. And it wasn't just about sleep; it's also about blood pressure and other things that we talked through that were valuable to her. And together we've kind of compromised on decreasing the coffee a little by little. So I said last coffee you can have in the days at 3 p.m. We negotiated it down to 5:30 p.m., which is a start from drinking it through the night, and we're slowly bringing it back. We're slowly swapping it out for water, which is a great tip. So it's a little thing, but it's nice, and I think so far I am liking this approach to being a doctor, being friends. But I understand that the risks with that are that people can eventually take advantage of you. It's happened a little bit where if you're so informal but you're really busy, people might want to get your attention to talk about kind of non-urgent things and be offended if you have to do something that's a high priority. So there's pros and cons to it, but in my role of just trying to improve people's wellness and health in my little mental health rehab unit, it's been nice to be friends with the patients. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think the ideal patient-doctor relationship is like. Should it be friendly? Should it be more professional? Give me feedback. And if you enjoy these videos, please consider leaving this video a like. You can subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry if I've been a bit monotonous this week, but my throat is very sore. I'm going to finish my cup of tea and leave you all to have a lovely day. All right, bye for now.